Hello everyone, and so today we are starting with chapter number 2, which is called Rechtliche Rahmenbedingungen, and in English it is called the legal framework. In this chapter, there are four main headings that we have to cover. First one is Führen von Kraftfahrzeugen oder Führerschein, and that means there you will understand the concept of your motor and driving license, your car and driving license related to that. And then 2.2 is Zulassung von Fahrzeugen or Fahrzeugpapiere, and then you will know more about what is Zulassung von Fahrzeuge and what is Fahrzeugpapier. Then third one, you will going to learn about Fahrzeuguntersuchungen. That means how many times you have to test your vehicle and how it is done. And then in point 2.4, we are going to learn more about Versicherungen, Verlust des Versicherungsschutzes. That means we are going to learn more about insurances and how do you lose your insurance coverage. So let's start now. So the topic 2.1.1 is Führerschein and Fahrerlaubnis. So let's learn that what is Führerschein and what is Fahrerlaubnis. That die Fahrerlaubnis ist eine behördliche Genehmigung, ein Kraftfahrzeug im öffentlichen Straßenverkehr führen zu dürfen. Sie wird in verschiedenen Klassen ausgestellt. Der Führerschein ist das Dokument, das diese Fahrerlaubnis nachweist. So, daher musst du deinen Führerschein beim Fahren auch immer dabei haben und ihn auch verlangenden zuständigen Personen vorzeigen. It means in English, the driving permit is official approval to drive a certain motor vehicle on public highways. It is issued in various classes. And the driving license is the official evidence, that is, a document showing that you have a valid driving permit. You should therefore keep it with you when you are driving and produce it for the persons responsible on request. License is valid for 15 days, 15 years only. So that says in the book, dein Führerschein ist nur 15 Jahre lang gültig. Spätestens dann musst du, ähnlich wie beim Personalausweis, ein neues Dokument beantragen, als das erneut 15 Jahre lang gültig und so weiter. So that means that like any other official document valid for 15 years, driver's license is valid for 15 years and then you have to renew it. Now there are many exceptions to the rule that is called Besonderheiten. That says, bestimmte Kraftfahrzeuge darfst du auch ohne Fahrerlaubnis fahren. Hier zu zahlen Krankenfahrstühle mit Elektromotor, eine durch die Bauart bestimmten Hochgeschwindigkeit von nicht mehr als 15 Kilometer per Hour und einer zulässigen Gesamtmasse von 500 kg. So there are certain motor vehicles that may also be kept without having a driving permit. And what is that? These include invalid carriages with electric motor, which is due to their construction, can travel no faster than 15 km per hour and have a total permissible mass of no more than 500 kg. Then other one is Land- und fortwirtschaftliche Zugmaschine, selbstfahrende Arbeitsmaschinen, Stapler und andere Flurfahrzeuge mit einer durch die Bauart bestimmten Hochgeschwindigkeit von jeweils nicht mehr als 6 km/h. So what is that? That means the second type of vehicle that you can keep without driver's permit is tractor, used in agriculture or forestry, automotive working machines, high lift trucks and other industrial trucks which can travel not faster than 6 kilometer per hour. And then third one is einachsiges Zug und Arbeitsmaschinen von Fußgängern von Holmen geführt. That means single axis towing and working machines steered with bars by pedestrians. So auch Mofas und sogenannte Personaltransporter sind fahrerlaubnisfrei. Zum Fahren brauchst du aber eine Prüfungsbescheinigung. So it says that no driving permit is required for motorized bicycles and so-called personal transporter, but a test certificate is needed if you wish to keep one. These tables that talk about different kind of classes and the phasoic or the vehicles they are valid for and what are their characteristics. So we are going to take a look at these classes. There is a big table, and so for example AM is for scooters, A1 is for motorbikes, and then for yeah for many things it is. So for that one that concerned us is our far class is B or B96 or BE, and which is for cars. And so and otherwise for other kind of vehicles you and require different kind of Führerschein, or you require different kind of documents for the Erlaubnis Klassen that you required for that. That next topic or paragraph, that is Zulassung von Fahrzeugen und Fahrzeugpapier. That means registering the motor vehicles and driving documents. Zulassungspflichtiges und zulassungsfreie Kraftfahrzeuge. That means which vehicle require registration and which doesn't require registration. Or in other words, you can say motor vehicles with compulsory registration and vehicles that does not require registration. Motor vehicles and their trailers must be registered for use in public highways. You can inquire about exceptions. For example, trailers used in agriculture at the registration office. Motor vehicle can only be registered if you have a permit for use or in EC type approval for it. It ensures that a motor vehicle or a trailer complies with the German traffic law. So, okay, and then now let's talk about registration authority. If you move your vehicle to a different registration district for more than 3 months, even if only temporarily, you must notify the registration authority. If the vehicle is sold, then you have to hand over the papers to the buyer and get a receipt. And also the name and address of the buyer must be reported in the registration office. And the buyer must re-register the vehicle immediately. This requires proof of insurance. Whoever wishes to scrap their car must provide a registration office with proof from certified scrapping company. A registration is deleted if a car is scrapped, the liability insurance no longer exists, or if the license is to operate has been cancelled, and the vehicle may then no longer be used in public highways. So then next paragraph, Zulassungsverfahren. This one does not exist in the English book, so we have to read the German part. So what are the documents that you need for the registration? These are Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 1, nicht bei Zulassung, Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 2, Personalausweis und Entzugsberechtigung zur Entrichtung von der Kfz-Steuer und Versicherungsbestätigung auch als elektronische Versicherungsbestätigung EVW. B. Prüfbericht über Haupt- und Abgasuntersuchung nicht bei Ersatzzulassung kennzeichnen, falls vorhaben. Then let's talk about licensing certificate. So This is a sample licensing certificate. A licensing certificate 2 is just 1 minute. So Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 1. Let's talk about part 1. Only then we can talk about part 2. So licensing certificate part 1 is also called Zulassungsbescheinigung Teil 1 or Fahrzeugschein. Part 1 of the licensing certificate is issued by a registration authority and thus serves as the evidence that the vehicle has been properly registered. In term of content, it is identical to licensing certificate part 2. Licensing certificate part 1 or the vehicle registration certificate must be kept with you when you are driving and shown to the concerned authority on request. Okay, don't know why I don't find licensing certificate part 2 in my German driving book, but in English driving book it says licensing certificate part 2. The licensing certificate part 2 is issued for all motor vehicles that have to be registered. It is given to you when you purchase your vehicle from dealer or from its last owner. It contains important vehicle data such as engine size, engine performance, dimension and weights, the name of the keeper or holder if applicable, then that of owner, maximum 2 entries, and then details concerning deregistration and re-registration of the vehicle. Then list of technical changes to the vehicle. Part 2 of the licensing certificate serve as the evidence of the permit for use, and at the same time it is mandatory for registration or deregistration. So now let's talk about Betriebserlaubnis. So or the permit for use. In case of cars and trailers that do not require registration, a permit for use Betriebserlaubnis is issued. It confirms that the vehicle meets the technical requirements and contains important vehicle data. A vehicle's permit is for use will be cancelled if changes are made in the vehicle. That means that the type of vehicle is changed, for example souping up or a moped, if the other road users may be placed at risk, for example if the engine power is increased or and if the brake are not designed for higher speeds or so, that there is a greater pollution for environment due to exhaust fumes and noise, for example doctoring or cutting out a silencer or muffler. Then there is an insurance certificate in case of vehicles that do not have to be registered, such as motorized bicycles and small motorcycles. The insurance certificates serve as the evidence of legal liability insurance. The certificate of official inspection, for example, exhaust test certificate. Then let's talk about number plates. Plates make it possible to identify a vehicle in road traffic. The number is allocated by the registration authority, so and they must be official. For example, their shape and design is mandatory. It is not therefore permitted to change them. They must always be easily legible. They must be clean and mounted in appropriate places. The back number plate must be illuminated in darkness. Then transferable license plates. With so-called transferable license plates, two vehicles can be permitted with same license plate. Motor vehicle insurer offers special terms and condition to some extent in case of this process. The small lower part in the plate remains fixed to the vehicle, while the upper part is changed depending upon which car one is driving. Important, the car without number plate or the license plate must not be used in road traffic and must remain at home, for example in garage, etc. So now in this part we are going to see many different kind of numbers. For example, the one that we talked about before is called amtliche Kennzeichnen, means the number that is allotted by the registration authority. Then there is Wechselkennzeichnen, we already learned about that, and then that means changeable number. And then there are Saisonkennzeichnen, it depends on the season. And then historische Kennzeichnen, and in the same way die grünes Kennzeichnen, that means the thing motor vehicles which are free from Kfz-Steuer. And road Kennzeichnen, die sind nicht zugelassenen Kraftfahrzeugen, that means they are not free from Kfz, and then they can be used for Prüfungsfahrten or the trial run or the Überführungsfahrten or the Probefahrten, means they can be used for trial purposes. And then Kurzzeitkennzeichnen, and then Ausfuhrkennzeichnen and Versicherungskennzeichnen. So these are the different kind of number of that a vehicle has. About Fahrzeuguntersuchungen or the testing of your motor vehicles. Der Halter und Fahrer für die Verkehrssicherheit eines Fahrzeugs verantwortlich sind, means the owner or the holder or the driver of the vehicle is responsible for the security of the motor vehicle, and this is their responsibility to check and the vehicle time to time. It can be changed and checked in Hauptuntersuchung bei TÜV, DEKRA or anerkannte Werkstätten or Sachverständigen Organisationen. So when you want to get your vehicle tested, you can go to TÜV or DEKRA or other registered and known workshops, and there you can test it. Now let's talk about Versicherungen, Verlustes, Versicherungsschutzes. That means insurances and the loss of insurance coverage. So the first insurance that you need for your vehicle and yourself is called legal liability insurance or the Haftpflichtversicherung. Very high cost can arise in the event of an accident involving a motor vehicle. The law therefore requires the owner of the motor vehicle and the trailers have third-party liability insurance. A person who drives without a third-party insurance and or in non-roadworthy car is punishable by law. Should the third-party insurance require, the vehicle must be deregistered with a licensing authority and may no longer be used in the roads. In Germany, the simple insurance document suffices the proof of third-party vehicle insurance. It is already required when registering a vehicle, as no insurance document means no vehicle license. Third party vehicle insurance pays compensation for damage and injury to other party if the insurance holder has caused the accident. In such cases, we talk of liability based on fault. Many traffic road accidents are not the fault of the driver. For example, if a hubcap comes off and damages another vehicle, and however, these suffering injuries and damage are entitled to compensation from the third party vehicle insurance of the person responsible. So, in such cases, we talk about liability regardless of fault. The injured party shall be compensated financially in such a way as if the accident had not occurred. Something that you should take note of, and which is this heading is called Schadenersatz or Regresses. Wenn der Versicherte das Risiko, einen Schaden zu verursachen, wirklich willkürlich erhöht, that means if the insurance holder knowingly increases the risk of an accident or the damage, zum Beispiel betrunken fährt oder Fahrerflucht begeht, or if the insurance holder hit and run or drink and drive, then The Haftpflichtversicherung bis zu 5.000. That means that in such cases, the only damages till 5,000 euro will be covered. Then there are some more things that make you lose your coverage for Privathaftpflichtversicherung. These are Fahren unter Einfluss von Drogen. So if you take drugs and drive, then Fahren ohne gültige Fahrerlaubnis. So if you drive without a valid driving permit, then bewusstes Fahren mit einem verkehrsunsicherten Fahrzeug, when you knowingly drive a vehicle that is unsafe for use, then unberichteter Gebrauch einer Fahrzeug, zum Beispiel Entwendung and Versicherungsbetrug or the insurance fraud. Almost at the end of the video. So let's talk about Versicherungen in Ausland or in the foreign countries. How does the insurances work? Die grüne Karte ist ein Versicherungsnachweis für internationale Kraftverkehr. So you are going to get a green card with your insurance, and this is the one that you need for Ausland for foreign countries. Sie enthält wichtige Daten über Fahrzeughalter und dessen Versicherung. So it has the information about very important information about the vehicle holder and about the insurances. Sie ist kostenlos beim Kfz-Versicherer erhältlich. So it is available for free to the Versicherung office. Okay. Then die Abwicklung eines Schaden wird durch die grüne Karte erheblich leichter. So these green card make everything easy in case of an accident or damages. Darum sollte sie am besten immer griffbereit im Handschuhfach des Auto liegen. So this is why you should keep this green card in your Handschuhfach or the hand glove box in the car. Übrigens, bei Unfällen in Ausland gilt grundsätzlich das nationale Recht des Landes, in dem der Unfall passiert. So when any accident happens in a foreign country, then the national law of that country takes over. Oft ist die gesetzliche Mindestbedeckung weitaus geringer als in Deutschland. So normally, in compared to Germany, this coverage is smaller in other countries. Then it is not important. Let's go further to Kaskoversicherungen, and then there are two different kind of Kaskoversicherungen, Teilkasko and Vollkasko. Let's learn about what is Teilkasko. Teil means it's the part. So it takes partial coverage. And so das Auto ist versichert gegen Diebstahl, Raub, Entwendung durch ein befugte Person. So then when you have Teilkaskoversicherung or the insurance, then you are your auto is insured for against theft and vandalism, and then fire, Blitzschlag and explosion, the explosion and fire and such kind of things. Storm, Hagel, Überschwemmungen. Basically, from the natural causes, if something happened, it is covered. Glasbruch, the breakage of glass, Kabelschäden durch Kussschluss, and the mother base or mother is also an animal. It's style-wise covered, means partially covered. Then let's talk about Vollkasko. Sie tritt neben den Schadenfällen der Teilkaskoversicherung zusätzlich ein bei. Sämtliche Unfälle gleichzeitig aufgrund oder selbst verschuldet, egal ob Dritte beteiligt sind oder nicht. So Vollkasko covers the situation, for example, in case of accident, it covers everything. And then mutwillige Störung or Beschädigung durch ein Fremde. So if vandalism or something like that happens, then it is also covered. Then let's talk about Sonderversicherungen. There are two different type of that. First one is Insassenurlaub. What am I saying? Insassen Unfallversicherung. So Insassen means if somebody is sitting inside. Unfall means accident and Versicherung means insurance. So this is the accident that this is the insurance that covers the death of death or the damage of person who is driving the car or inside the car. It is going to cover this kind of insurance. Then let's talk about Rechtsschutzversicherung. Rechtsschutzversicherung ist Legal Insurance. Beim Rechtsfragen hilft diese Versicherung zum Beispiel bei Vermittlung eines Anwalts. The cost für Juristen, Bestand und Gesichtskosten werden übernommen. So if you have Rechtsschutzversicherung or the legal insurance, this take care of the cost that in case of any legal problem, then it covers the cost of jury cost and advocate cost it covers. So this is all for today for this topic. We will meet again with new chapter. Until then, bye bye.